If you're someone that struggles with the stairs, maybe that's due to pain, instability, or even weakness, then stay tuned because in today's video, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know in order to master the stairs. Welcome back. My name is Dr. Mike, and I'm a physical therapist providing tips on how to build strength and longevity with your body. Now, before we go into the 3 key exercises that will help you master the stairs easily, we must go over how to properly use the stairs. Now, many people forget about the proper posture or where your foot placement is supposed to go. But in today's video, I'm going to clarify that. And then towards the end of this video, I'm going to go over 3 key exercises that will definitely make a huge difference. Now, the first step into ensuring that you are doing the stairs correctly is to ensure that your foot placement is right over the knee. Now, sometimes, depending on the step depth, we may step too far ahead of us, which will require us to lean our body all the way over our foot in order for us to effectively use our quads and use our glutes. These are the muscles that we want to incorporate while we're using the stairs. So instead of stepping too far forward, you want to ensure that you just step enough in front of you to where you can get your knee just above your foot there so that you can effectively use these leg muscles. So that foot placement can be very important when you're going up a step. Now, the second tip that I want to go over that can help you use the stairs easily is a slight torso lean. So what that means is as you step that foot forward, you want to think about leaning your torso slightly over so that you can shift your weight all the way to that front leg. Some of the mistakes I see people make is they're straight up and down, and so they're using only their legs for this exercise. But if I can get my torso a little further over my leg, now I can incorporate my core muscles, my postural muscles, which will allow me to effectively push off that front leg. Now, the last tip that I want you to think about that will make stairs easier is the posture of your foot. Now, if I'm facing the camera here and I'm walking up a step here, one of the mistakes I see people use is that when they step forward, their foot is slightly turned outward. And now look what that does to my knee and how compromised that knee joint is in, because now as I lean forward, you'll see that caving in occur. And that foot turned outward is not a stable foot. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that that foot is just facing forward so that when you lean your body over that leg as you're shifting to step up, that foot is forward and the knee is tracking right over the foot there. Now that we've gone over the tips that will make the stairs easier, let's go over the 3 key exercises that will make a huge impact on allowing you to use the steps and being strong and training the right muscle groups. Now, the first exercise that we're going to go over is the step down exercise. Now, you might be thinking, well, why would I be practicing the step down if I'm working on stepping up from the stairs? But you have to remember that when I step up, I'm using a lot of my glute muscles and a lot of my quads and hamstring muscles. And for them to propel yourself up and forward, they must be able to propel yourself also down with control. So one of the most effective exercises that we can do is the step down exercise. So one thing I want you to notice here is that I have a small plate or a small step. You can use a box at home. Maybe this is 2 inches to start with. Maybe this is 3 inches to start with. Just consider that the higher step that you are practicing on, the harder this exercise is going to be. So if you struggle with the stairs, it is going to be imperative that you start off with a small step, maybe 2 inches or maybe even 3 inches. So this is about 3 inches here as we go over this first exercise, and this is a step down. So I'm going to basically lean my body weight forward, stand all the way up to my hips are level, and then I'm going to lean my trunk forward as I bring the leg behind me. Okay, so I'm using all of the muscles of the leg to help me propel myself up, trying to keep my pelvis leveled. And then as I step down, this is going to be the most important part, is you're controlling the movement on the way down. What we don't want to do is just come up and just plop down. That is a big mistake. In order to truly train the muscles of the hip and the quadriceps, we want to make sure that we're doing this with nice and slow controlled. So as we start the exercise at the top, you lean your trunk forward and you slightly lower down. That's going to require a slight knee bend, but that's going to be gentle on the knee, especially if you're using a smaller step there. Now, the next exercise that's going to be key for helping you improve your ability to use the stairs easily is by progressing the height of the step. Now, just like before when I told you, if this is a challenging exercise, you're gonna start off with maybe 2 or 3 inches of a step to practice. And then as you improve and you get better with this exercise, then you're gonna increase the height of the step. And that is the next exercise, and that is increasing the height of the step when you are practicing the step up exercise. So notice, instead of 3 inches, now I've added about 2 inches, about a 5-inch step here. So now what that's going to do is going to challenge me a little harder, because now I'm really going to have to step a little higher than the previous step, and that will allow you to increase the strength in your hip and increase the strength in your leg. Now, the last key exercise that will help you improve your ability to use the stairs is by performing a weighted step up. Now, before you look at this weight and think that it's a little bit intimidating, this is about 22 pounds, but just at home, you can use maybe 5 pounds or maybe 10 pounds. So what you want to focus on is holding some sort of weight in the opposite hand. Now, when I'm practicing this with a weight, this is going to add load to the exercise, almost as if you're using a step with the weighted vest, and then you take the weighted vest off. It's going to be easier without the weight holding you down. So obviously, we can make you stronger and make the stairs easier by adding weight to the exercise. So I prefer to use dumbbells. This is, like I mentioned, 22 pounds in one hand. And when I typically use the step up weighted, I absolutely love allowing my other hand to hold on for support. This is not a balance exercise here. We are focusing on strictly the strength of the leg. So you're gonna simply hold on for balance with the opposite hand. One hand is gonna be holding weight, and I'm gonna step forward, and then I'm gonna step down slowly. I'm gonna step forward, and then I'm gonna step down slowly. With all of these exercises, the goal should be 3 to 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. The more you can get comfortable with performing more reps, especially at those shorter steps, then you can start to increase the challenge by increasing the height of the step, as well as adding a little bit of weight to the exercise. If you found this video helpful and you want more tips on how to use the steps correctly, make sure to take a look at this video up here. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next one.